It is foolish to tear one's hair in grief, as though sorrow would be made less by baldness. It is a great thing to know your vices. Life is nothing without friendship. We must not say every mistake is a foolish one. What is morally wrong can never be advantageous, even when it enables you to make some gain that you believe to be to your advantage. The mere act of believing that some wrongful course of action constitutes an advantage is pernicious. It is not by muscle, speed, or physical dexterity that great things are achieved, but by reflection, force of character, and judgment. I criticize by creation, not by finding fault. The life of the dead is placed on the memories of the living. Anyone who was given love will always live on in another's heart. To study philosophy is nothing but to prepare oneself to die. The shifts of fortune test the reliability of friends. Face is a picture of the mind with the eyes as its interpreter. Politicians are not born, they are excreted. While there's life, there's hope. The life given us by nature is short, but the memory of a well-spent life is eternal. For books are more than books. They are the life, the very heart and core of ages past, the reason why men worked and died, the essence and quintessence of their lives. The authority of those who teach is often an obstacle to those who want to learn. Not to know what has been transacted in former times is to be always a child. If no use is made of the labors of past ages, the world must remain always in the infancy of knowledge. For there is but one essential justice which cements society, and one law which establishes this justice. This law is right reason, which is the true rule of all commandments and prohibitions. Whoever neglects this law, whether written or unwritten, is necessarily unjust and wicked. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Friendship improves happiness and abates misery by doubling our joys and dividing our grief. If we are not ashamed to think it, we should not be ashamed to say it. In times of war, the law falls silent. To be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. For what is the worth of human life, unless it is woven into the life of our ancestors, by the records of history? 6 mistakes mankind keeps making century after century, believing that personal gain is made by crushing others, worrying about things that cannot be changed or corrected, insisting that a thing is impossible because we cannot accomplish it, refusing to set aside trivial preferences, neglecting development and refinement of the mind, attempting to compel others to believe and live as we do. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. A room without books is like a body without a soul. I am not ashamed to confess, I am ignorant of what I do not know. A happy life consists in tranquility of mind. Your enemies can kill you, but only your friends can hurt you. When you wish to instruct, be brief, that men's children's minds take in quickly what you say, learn its lesson, and retain it faithfully. Every word that is unnecessary only pours over the side of a brimming mind. The enemy is within the gates. It is with our own luxury, our own folly, our own criminality that we have to contend. Our span of life is brief, but is long enough for us to live well and honestly. Freedom is participation in power. Knowledge which is divorced from justice may be called cunning rather than wisdom. The function of wisdom is to discriminate between good and evil. Law applied to its extreme is the greatest injustice. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. The man who backbites an absent friend, nay, who does not stand up for him when another blames him, the man who angles for bursts of laughter and for the repute of a wit, who can invent what he never saw, who cannot keep a secret, that man is black at heart. Mark and avoid him. Where is there dignity unless there is honesty? Though silence is not necessarily an admission, it is not a denial either. Never injure a friend, even in jest. God's law is right reason. When perfectly understood, it is called wisdom. When applied by government in regulating human relations, it is called justice. It is the peculiar quality of a fool to perceive the faults of others and to forget his own. To be content with what we possess is the greatest and most secure of riches. What one has, one ought to use, and whatever he does, he should do with all his might. A mind without instruction can no more bear fruit than can a field, however fertile, without cultivation. Diseases of the soul are more dangerous and more numerous than those of the body. Freedom is a possession of inestimable value. It is our own evil thoughts which madden us. Hours and days and months and years go by. The past returns no more, and what is to be we cannot know. But whatever the time gives us in which we live, we should therefore be content. Nothing stands out so conspicuously or remains so firmly fixed in the memory as something which you have blundered. Men decide far more problems by hate, love, lust, rage, sorrow, joy, hope, fear, illusion, or some other inward emotion than by reality, authority, any legal standard, judicial precedent, or statute. True law is right reason in agreement with nature. It is of universal application, unchanging and everlasting. It summons to duty by its commands and averts from wrongdoing by its prohibition. A man of faith is also full of courage. Memory is the treasury and guardian of all things. The welfare of the people is the highest law. I have always been of the opinion that unpopularity earned by doing what is right is not unpopularity at all, but glory. The mind becomes accustomed to things by the habitual sight of them, and neither wonders nor inquires about the reasons for things it sees all the time.